All right, how is everybody doing? This is L.A.Kendrick with another tale from the vault of Would You Dare. Hopefully you guys, have you heard about this one? If you haven't, let me get you started, all right? Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. All right, we talk about everything scientific, science factual, and just science and nature. Creepy, weird stuff, the whole gamut, all right? So we're going to discuss today. It's pretty fascinating. Fascinating to say the least. It's about a U.F.O sighting that was over Alaska. Maybe you guys have heard of it, maybe you guys haven't, but let me get right into it. The party don't start till you walk in, and now that you're here, let's begin. All right. U.F.O sighting confirmed by FAA Air Force radar. Remember, this is live and unedited. Anchorage, January 1. A veteran pilot whose U.F.O sighting was confirmed on the radar screens Tuesday said the mysterious object was so enormous that it dwarfed his Japanese airline cargo plane. Captain Kenju Toruchi, the pilot, also said he saw two other small, unidentified objects, smaller than his cargo carrier, that did not appear on the radar. Toruchi, his co-pilot and flight engineer, told Federal Aviation Administration investigators that they saw the lights of an unidentified object on the evening of November 17th. They were flying parallel and then suddenly approached very close, said Toruchi, 47, who requested and received FAA permission to take whatever action was necessary to avoid the object that appeared for a time on FAA and Air Force radar and on the radar screen in the cockpit of JAL Flight 1628. The FAA confirmed on Tuesday that the government radar picked up the object that Toruchi said followed his Boeing 747 cargo jet. Toruchi, a pilot for 29 years, said he briefly glimpsed the large unknown object in silhouette. It was very big, 1 to 2 times bigger than an aircraft carrier, he said. Toruchi made a drawing of how the objects looked, of how he thought the objects looked. He drew a giant walnut-shaped object with big bulges above and below a wide flattened brim. The captain, who's stationed in Anchorage with his family, was flying a jumbo jet from Iceland to Anchorage on a Europe to Japan flight when the crew encountered the object in clear weather over Alaska. Toruchi said the 3 unidentified objects followed his jet for 400 miles. It was unbelievable, he said, acknowledging that some of his colleagues have doubts about what the crew saw. FAA investigators who questioned the crew in Anchorage concluded in a report that the crew was normal, professional, rational, and had no drug or alcohol involvement. The crew's flying experience totals more than 46 years, the pilot said. Toruchi said the crew was not frightened but wanted to avoid whatever was lit up in their flight path. We wanted to escape from this. They followed FAA directives to drop 4,000 feet and make turns, including a 360-degree turn. But Toruchi said they were still following us. He said the evasive maneuvers were of no avail and the lights stayed close. Once appearing in front of the cockpit, FAA control reports indicate the object stayed with JAL Flight 1628 for at least 32 minutes. Toruchi said he thought it was longer. The flight controller directed the JAL plane reported the object on his radar was as close as 5 miles to the jet. My apologies. Toruchi said the objects moved quickly and suddenly stopped. He referred to the object as 2 small ships and a mothership. Toruchi said jokingly he thought that the UFOs might have followed this chartered cargo plane because we were carrying bijolas, a very famous wine made in France. Maybe they wanted to drink it. Bijolas is spelled Beaujolis. And that's the end of that article. Again, you can pull this article up at any point in time. Let me see what year it happened. They said this is, I'm looking at the listing. It says 1987, January 2nd. So It goes back that far. A lot of people have tried to debunk it, but if you got the contacts and that have been pinged by radar on multiple radar systems, I don't know what the question is. I don't know what the problem is, and I don't know why anybody would try to question these individuals, right? You guys keep an open mind. Tell me what you think, man. This is pretty freaky. Again, you always got those scientific debunkers to always try to throw people off the scent and off the trail. But if you've noticed, more things have come out about UFOs more and more frequently, and how they've been visiting us for a long time anyway. So again, I try to keep an open mind about everything, right? I try to question everything. And again, this is what we talk about in my books and in my stories. This is what I write about. Like I say, making sure that you guys are staying in the loop, and to show that I appreciate what you guys are doing. We're at 57 subs. That's kind of funny to me because, again, I'm not doing this thing for profit. I'm trying to see what 60 looks like. So, again, if you like what we're doing here, you guys, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would love to see some comments, right? Tell me what you guys think about this. What does your imagination take you when you're doing things like this and you're studying, and not studying, but just, when you're driving along or when you're somewhere out and you just look up every now and then, man, maybe you'll see something. Because I know a lot of times you see stuff that's weird when you're flying in airplanes. Maybe not a lot of times, but if you look in carefully, sometimes you'll see something. It may be just an airplane, or maybe something that you can readily identify. But hey, there's a lot of stuff going on out there, man, that we take for granted and don't take in consideration. All right? Make sure that you get a copy of The Benefits of a Bully, my series, when we battle things like this, and also the adult version sci-fi that I have, in Destiny versus Chaos, Skyhammer. We also have 2 comic books, The Trials of Shabazz and The Battle for Stonehenge, on Kindle downloads. All right? Do a lot of work for you guys. You guys requested those comic books, so we got those out there a couple of years back. And we're working on The Foes of God to wrap the Destiny versus Chaos series up, which includes Skyhammer, The Paradox of Pain, and of course the title, Destiny versus Chaos. Working very hard to get this information out there and keep you guys in the loop. With that being said, make sure you check the dark recesses of your home. Check your closets. If you work late into the mornings, from the wee hours of the night, make sure when you step outside, you're mindful of your surroundings. You check under your car. You check in the car. Because you never know what's lurking in the dark, waiting to make you a story. And this has been L.A.Kendrick. You guys, from the vault, fill in the rest.